was enough, I'd smile all the time. Beyond the best of me, there's more than meets the eye.
All right, here's a short one for Phantom. Play, my video list. It's a little dark, so it's appropriate for the title. Blooming in the dark, blossoming in the dark. I've seen all kinds of flowers in my life. I've seen some that smell nice in the sunlight and some that smell better at night. Some that wait as soon as the sun goes down when they start to increase in their aroma. Some that move at night. Some that sit still during the day. It's very interesting to see. There aren't one direction. There isn't one direction for one kind of blooming, but multiple ways that any one of us can make our way in life and become better. Some of us bloom better in the shadows. Some of us bloom better in the light. Some of us bloom better all the way around. Some of us bloom better in both ways, depending on the circumstances. So if you have some darkness going on, if you have some challenges, pardon me, you have some of the not such nice things you wish to get over, by facing them, most of the ways, most of the times, I have found it's like the fertilizer in your life. And fertilizer usually smells funny, usually stinks, and it stinks for a reason, because it is often that smell, that rot, which brings the best out in the next phase of light. So if you're in the dark and you need to bloom, sometimes the bloom is beautiful, sometimes the bloom is stinky, but either way, the bloom will make you better down the road once you've figured out for yourself what it is that you're getting over and where you're going to. Being honest is important, even honest to the point of pain. Trusting yourself is most important as well. We've covered that topic several times. So what that really comes down to is being able to see for yourself what you need to do, what you need to stop, how you need to go, where you need to go, what you need to begin, what you need to end, what you need to do more of, what you need to do less of. Really is all up to you, which is interesting in that the only people or the only person that can bloom for you is you. The only one who can decide when it's time to bloom is you. And the only way you can bloom and how you decide you're going to bloom is up to you. So we're calling this blooming in the dark or phantom work, shadowing in the dark. But the bottom line really is when we mean blooming, it means coming into your own, growing up in the world, flowering into the best you that you can be, and to see how that may not have happened yet so that you can make it happen tomorrow. I've had to face some horrible things about myself in my life during my time here on this planet. I've had to face some wonderful things here in my time here on this planet. Honestly, the worst things that I've had to face is missing the best of myself. Interesting in that when I look back and I sit, it's not the bad things I've done, which I feel bad about, even though I do. What is equally hard to face, perhaps even more so, is seeing the skills that you've been born with, your predilections, what it is you needed to do that you haven't done, that you always had an inkling or an intuition or a hunch that you should be doing, but you haven't done. Whether you always wanted to dance or sing or grow or play or travel or do some sort of sport or something of that nature, and you haven't yet. And you look back and you go, well, what took me so long? Or why didn't I? Why didn't I grow? Why didn't I bloom? Why didn't I blossom? And the finger pointing generally needs to come back to you. So if you figure that out, that becomes the rot, something that's missed, something that was allowed, let's say, to go fallow, and you could feel bad about it. You can feel horrible about it. You can blame, you can feel guilty. You can sit down and do nothing. You can complain. You can say it's too late. All of those things are possible, I guess. But most important is if you take them and you bury them and you put them underground and you accept them as yours, it will fertilize your next movements, your next desires, your next ideas, your next time to blossom. If you deny it, you don't have it, right? So it's not my fault. It's someone else's fault. It's too late. I'm too old. I'm too slow. I'm too short. I'm too tall, whatever. Then you're kind of tossing the scraps of your life away without using them to fertilize. As an example, is if you collect your scraps, you collect your compost, you let it fertilize out, outside from your vegetables or what have you, your eggshells, your coffee grinds. I've done that before. And you can compost them into something beautiful that will help you in your next round of life. If you just chuck them, someone else can get them. And someone else can pick up the scraps. Nothing's ever wasted in this world or in this planet. You chuck your scraps, they go and they compost somewhere else, wherever. But they're yours and you've made them. You've allowed them to come into your life. And by that, I mean the challenges that haven't worked out, the choices that didn't go the way you wanted to, the actions that were perhaps less than you had anticipated, or the inactions that have led to a worse feeling than you thought was coming by not doing something. Missing an appointment, missing a trip, missing an opportunity to go out with someone, missing an opportunity to pick up a new skill set, a new hobby, a new job. And later on, you look back and you go, why did I let that opportunity slip through my fingers? You can feel bad forever, or you can take that, you can see for yourself why you were lazy, you didn't trust in yourself, you blamed someone. You can pick your own reasons for allowing an opportunity to slip by or to pass you by, and then you can take it and claim it and bury it if you like. But you can't bury what you've not claimed. You can't compost what isn't in your hands. You can't use the phantom or what's going to haunt you forever unless you look it square in the eye and go, that was me who decided I shouldn't do this, I couldn't do this, I didn't do that, just me. And then from there, you can take that and put it in the ground and compost it, because the next time a similar opportunity comes or the exact same one comes, you'll notice it was you who let the first opportunity pass, or maybe the second or third one, even if you let 100 opportunities pass, as I have in some circumstances. Well, the 101st you can claim if you start today and compost your less than desirable choices, your less than desirable actions, your less than desirable beliefs, your less than desirable notions, whatever it is that's been holding you back and holding you down. Take it today, compost it, look in the mirror, phantom work, blooming in the dark, see what it is that you've allowed to go fallow, meditate in the dark. I've been doing that today. And I could say it's very, very helpful to sit by yourself, no one around, not so much input, not so much stimulus, and just you with you, considering your life. Feel it from your hara, your center, feel it from your heart, feel it from your head, feel it from your knees, check out your body, see what's working and what's not, see what's happy and what's not, see where you're happy and what's not. Look around, consider it all. Even if you just look back at your last week or your last year and decide for yourself what hasn't worked and why it hasn't worked, put it together, let it sit, put it in the ground, compost it, and then soon some beautiful flowers can blossom for you. All right, this has been Phantom Work, Blooming in the Dark. Thank you so much. I wanted to do a short one for you all today. I'll talk to you all again very soon on the next upload. Please like, subscribe. I'm going to put a link to the books I've done with a good friend of mine. They help us through this. There's some links to some flower essences, which also work. Campbell and I, Campbell from Autodidactic, myself from the New Now, we've done a course, 90 Hidden Secrets, for your freedom. All of it is related to this in many ways. If you can claim for yourself how you've been wrong, how you've been unhappy, how you've moved in ways that haven't allowed you to live the kind of life you would like, come the next dawn, you can greet the sun with fresh eyes, a fresh perspective, and maybe a fresh bunch of fertilizer to use for your new blossoming to come.
If self was enough, I'd smile all the time. Beyond the best of me, there's more than meets the eye.